We're rolling.
Oh, okay. Hey y'all, so Curtis Prince here, Sun Love Sailing. We were talking last night that I was working on the sea hood for the boat, and I mentioned that I was going to be doing some soapstone work, well, making a counter for the kitchen for the soapstone. We had never done that before, so just wanted to show you real quick how that's happening. I made a template that came with this, you know, it was a cardboard template, came with the sink. I made a template out of 1/2 inch MDF from that, sanded it all smooth, radius corners, came out pretty nice. We cut the soapstone with a diamond dust jigsaw blade. Worked really well. It was a little slow, but it moved along, I'd say it moved along pretty well through it, man. We changed halfway through in case the bit broke. We didn't want to damage the soapstone because, you know, it's like $100 or more for one of these slabs. And so now we're routing it. I bought an Amana 3/4 inch radius, just a straight flute bit, no diamond, no nothing, just a carbide tip Amana stainless steel shank. It's a really super nice bit. It was only like 40 bucks. And we're routing to the template guide, and it's cutting really well. I just wanted to show you guys what that looks like. Always wear your safety gear. Ready when you are. Nice. That looks beautiful, man. Really nice.
Really clean, Curtis.
Thanks, Brian. My 9'9" Walden Magic, shaped by Steve Walden himself. Not a pop out. My good friend Brian making it happen with me. All right, we cut it out. It's smooth as silk. It's really nice. There's a couple little ridges in there, huh? Stuff sands just like wood. I mean, you can just sand it, buff it out to 800, and it'll be really, really smooth and beautiful. So anyway, yeah, there it is. Done deal. I did want to just do a quick look at how I'm mounting an under mount sink in this countertop, because I went online and I didn't see anything specific about what needed to happen, which kind of bummed me out a little bit. And I mean, after 30 years, I'm pretty good figuring stuff out. If someone doesn't know and they're trying to find it online on YouTube, they're not gonna, unless I missed it somewhere, but I searched long and hard. So yeah, here's how it works. So we have these little inserts. They're a threaded insert in a plastic housing with a little bit of squinchy room right there. They were wider apart. So I just mixed up some 5-minute epoxy, which is also what I'm going to use to put the counters, the pieces of the counter together. So yeah, I just drilled the holes. These happen to be 13/16. I put a piece of tape around the bit so that I wouldn't drill too deep. And drilled out the holes, kept the vacuum with me, vacuumed up the dust. and then just put a little bit of that 5-minute epoxy on one little side and one little side. You got to be careful not to get it down into the threads because they'll be useless then, right? And then I used a little block and my favorite Heart trimmer 16-ounce hammer. I've had this hammer about 20 years or maybe 25 years. Just tapped them in. They're totally epoxied in there really well. It's awesome. Of course, you can see I traced the sink. It's all pretty much ready to go on, except I need to sand all these edges down. So they'll get sanded to, I think, 800 or something like that. I'll feel it out, see when they're looking really polished. And currently, this stuff coming from the Alberine Quarry in Schuyler, Virginia, this soapstone. What they do is they back it with some fiberglass cloth and epoxy. And because I have this edge right here where it overhangs the sink a little bit, and there's going to be some sanding going on to break that edge back right along there, I'm just peeling off this epoxy and glass cloth, and then I can round over that edge and it won't be in the way. So that's it for that little portion of it. The sink is just going to mount on there. We're going to kind of dry fit everything and epoxy it all in place. We'll probably make a couple of vids of that. This is my shop. I think I showed you that yesterday. Anyway, I'll show you some more. We'll go through the whole job and kind of explain to you what's going on with us, because we're working on this house. We bought it 9 years ago. We got it for a pretty good price, and we're gonna make some money on the home, enough to build a house in Mexico. That's the whole idea. We bought a piece of land down there. I think I mentioned that to you too. So yeah, we're going to build a little house on that piece of land and a couple of rentals. If anybody wants to come down to Baja and stay and get some surf, because there's tons of waves, like all the time. Pretty much all the time. It's flat in the winter, but flat out there is still like 2 feet. Anyway, we'll check in. Thanks.